Okay.
All right, so we are recording. Thank you everyone for taking time out of your night to come on tonight. Thank you for kind of spearheading this, Leah. I know you made our agenda and set the charge on this, and I'm like, all right, well, I just want to talk real quick at the beginning, and then I got done. I had to do some kid transportation stuff. So I just wanted to start us off with all the exciting stuff of the amazing achievements that we've all had in the first couple months of business. So first things first, I think we plan to do this monthly, right? I don't know if it's going to be quite yet a predictable, like right now is like the third Monday of the month or something. I think we still need to iron out what the recurring aspect will be, but we do want to come together as an organization at least once a month to celebrate our achievements and talk about some, whatever goings on we have. So be on the lookout for more information about that. But I'm the one who's kind of privy to all the like big picture numbers of what we've achieved as an organization over the past couple months since we started. And I think it's nothing short of astounding. So I don't know if you guys realize this, but some of these numbers were honestly new to me. I looked them up today and I was like, you've got to be kidding me. So our org has 124 members, so that's awesome. Since the day we started on October 20th, and this was so close to 100 grand that I wonder if I pull the numbers like this later, it would be over 100 grand, but we were 99,000, and this is dollars, not QB, $99,314 in sales since August 20th. So that's astounding. And that equates to almost $25,000 in commissions paid just in over 2 months, right? Or actually it's 2 months like yesterday, right?
And not including bonuses,
right? Right. That's just basic commissions. No bonuses are part of that. Yeah. So that's amazing. And then as part of the Fast Start report I ran, during everyone's month one, so just whatever equated to your month one from the timing of when you started, we submitted 244 cooking classes. So that's awesome. And then we must have a really big couple of weeks coming up here because for the rest of the month, there's still 199 cooking classes scheduled. So what? So that's really, really exciting. It just speaks to how what this opportunity is and how us to come out of the gates like giant.
Uh-oh.
Okay. All right. Whoever was doing it fixed it. Great. So a couple of, I could talk forever if I wanted to get really specific with recognition, but I did just want to say that we've also, in addition to just those big picture numbers, we have promoted 5 people so lots of rank advancements. 5 people have rank advanced to senior consultant, 2 to VIP consultant, 2 to executive consultant, 1 to leader, and 4 to senior leader. So that has been an amazing amount of rank advancements going on, which of course means a lot of bonuses being passed out in that arena as well. And then of course we have our one amazing trip earner so far, Leah, the queen, has already earned her trip, not just for 1, but for 2. I haven't checked. I think I don't know who all is like watching those numbers like a hawk, but I sure am. So I check it daily, of course. We're, I don't know, like 7,000 points short still. So we'll get there. There's a lot of time to go. Well over 100 days to go before the tracking period's over. So I thought that was all very exciting. Did anyone have any questions or comments about that? That's really all I had to say about the rah-rah of how we've been doing so far in the first couple months. Got some chat thing here. Oh, yeah.
So for those of you that are like brand new, as in maybe you started a couple days ago, this is our first team meeting.
Yes.
And I mean, we're all new in a sense. Nobody's been doing this for longer than 2 months, three-ish, depending on when you signed up. So we're all new. This is a new thing for us tonight. And we're glad that you're here. And do we want to do just a couple introductions?
So you mean the leader level
Sure.
or ish people on here? Yeah. Right. I just started talking. I didn't even say my name, I don't think. Sorry, yeah. Right. So, and nearly everyone is a black screen right now, which I imagine you're doing that because you're maybe self-conscious about whatever your background or what you look like. And man, you guys are lucky. I'm even I always look like junk on these calls. I just come as I am. So I would much rather see your beautiful faces and start to get to know you. Thank you. I see some more faces. Because we all live in general far apart from each other. So this is our only chance to get to know each other as human beings, right? Aside from random Facebook comments. So if you are brave enough to turn on your camera, please do. Yeah, and don't give a second thought to whatever you look like. So yes, I'm Jen Oridson. I am one half of the Dinner Dispatch Two-Headed Monster. Leanne Tongban is my other half, so we're kind of one in a package deal. We live in Des Moines, Iowa, and we are called Dinner Dispatch because we run a prepped grocery delivery service business that we use Epicure to fuel our menus. So that's kind of my story. I was, and then, well, yeah, I'm going to talk more than that. So Leah, say who you are.
So I'm Leah Klein, and I'm in Wisconsin. And I guess I don't really know what else to share. I started Epicure at the beginning when we signed up in July. And I know many of you that are on tonight, but I haven't talked face-to-face with a lot of you. So this is fun. So thanks for being here.
And I guess we could share, I have three kids. That's maybe, yeah.
Yeah, I have 2 kids. They're still awake. It's been a long day. I played Guess Who about 15 times. If I turn the camera around, my dishes are exploding. Everything is just exploding in my house right now. And my husband got home 20 minutes ago. So that's me.
Real life.
Yep.
Deanna, I can see you. Say hi.
I thought we were going to maybe go in order. I'll just skip Tiffany.
Oh, rank line order? Okay,
Whatever.
Tiffany, you go next then.
Okay, sorry. I was kind of doing things and shutting lights off and then realizing nobody could see me. So hi, I'm Tiffany McCullough. I am from Maple Grove, Minnesota. I am direct to Leah Klein. And what else am I supposed to say, guys? A little bit about my family and stuff?
Basics, yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I'm just celebrating my 15-year wedding anniversary this week by doing absolutely nothing because that's just life right now. I've got a 7-year-old son, Colin, and I have been, doing this line of work for almost 5 years now. So what else? Did I leave anything out?
You work full-time as well. You could say
Yes,
that.
I also work full-time in addition to this, which is a challenge in and of itself. But I'm kind of a workaholic. And
Who are you talking to?
Oh, here, Colin wants to say hi. Say hi to everybody, Colin. He's not in bed yet. That's my son. These are my Epicure people, sweetie, okay?
Oh.
I need you to get in bed now. Come on, go. All right, go. Anyway, that's it. That's me.
Tag, I'm it. I am Deanna Perriott, and I am also in Minnesota, about 20 minutes away from Tiffany, but she always acts like it's about 6 hours. And I've been in the industry for 7 years, but I signed up with Epicure back in July with the rest of the gals. And I have 2 children, 11-year-old Emerson and 9-year-old Lena. And I don't remember how long I've been married, but longer than 11 years.
Oh,
Catherine, are you
have any, wedlock
I'm
tips?
on. Can you guys hear me?
Yep.
I don't know why.
I
Yeah,
hear
I
you.
don't know why I can't get my video to work.
All right, we'll allow it.
Sorry about that. Yeah. So I'm Catherine Morgan, and I'm from Albuquerque, New Mexico. I'm under Deanna, and I've been in this industry for about 5 or 6 years. I have 4 kids, and we also host exchange students. So I have more kids than that I feed. So, so yeah, that's me.
I didn't know that about the exchange kids. That's learn something new all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that's our whole leader team, I think. that everyone? Yeah. Okay, so I only have a few minutes before I need to run some kids around. So the other thing I wanted to, say before I let Leah kind of lead the rest of the call is that, well, first of all, did everyone get a chance to watch the announcement and the video that they put out today about the holiday stuff, the holiday?
There's a very
Yes.
good chance you didn't get to watch it because I know you guys are all busy, but
You know what? Hey, typing person. Typing.
yeah, sorry, if someone's typing, mute yourself because it's hard to, it like echoes the typing.
I had already heard, the leaders got to hear that announcement last week, and so I already felt like I had the scoop. But then when I watched the video today, I was like, oh my gosh, she did a really good job of getting me excited about it. Was so kind of cheesy how she like displayed everything and had her like one-liners about like, but I was like, ooh, I do want to try all that stuff now. So definitely worth watching. But yeah, we'll get more into the details after I let Leah take over about the specifics on that holiday thing. But what I just really wanted to say from a big picture is to, give you the mindset of how amazing selling something like we do during the gift giving season can be. This is when everyone like has to spend money. I mean, of course, and we sell food anyway, so they kind of don't get to have that excuse of like, oh no, it's no budget for that or whatever. It's like, well, we all have a food budget, so not true. But aside from, we get to like capitalize above that on the during the gift giving season. And honestly, if you start to plan ahead like we are now, we're not just thinking of this here like the week of Black Friday or whatever, where it's just kind of a last ditch effort. It's more, we are thinking about this here with a couple weeks left of October even. We're preparing for it to launch right on November 1st. We can seize the whole month of November and have an amazingly strong, like you could honestly, if you decide to and set out a plan of consistent activity, you could have November pretty much pay for your whole Christmas if you wanted to. I don't know how crazy you go for Christmas, but it is absolutely not out of the realm of possibility to make, even just at the regular commission level, not even regarding, bonuses and, leader commissions and stuff like that, making like $1,000 in November. You totally could, if you decide to. So I think we all get caught up in how crazy the holiday season can be. No one is immune to that feeling of, oh my gosh, everything's so nuts. We have an event every 5 seconds. There's, the kids' music program and the work thing and all the different gatherings that we have to go to. We are just as susceptible to all that as everyone else. So it's really easy to also let this season kind of pass you by almost by just putting it on a back burner. And if you can avoid that and make this a priority, it can be one of your most lucrative times of the year. So that is my 2 cents about that. And I know we're going to have a lot of specific actionable tips on how to execute that from a to-do list standpoint, I suppose. But that's just my 2 cents on the mindset that I would love for you to go into the season with. What do you think, Leah? Is that?
Absolutely. I had somebody today that was asking me questions about the business, and she said, I just don't know if it's a good time with Christmas coming up. And I was
best time.
Yeah, really. That's what I said. I said, honestly, this can be one of the most, the highest sales time of the year. So it's busy for people, but it also means that your business can, really succeed during this time. So it's just kind of how you look at it. But she was under the mindset like, oh, Christmas is coming, I don't have time for this. When really, maybe this is what she could use leading up to Christmas. So.
And who couldn't use just erasing your stress of paying for Christmas? Like, it's something unless you're exceptional, you probably have to come up with some Christmas money. And that this could just take care of that for you. That is such a blessing. Okay, I have about 3 minutes before I gotta leave to pick up Lars from his Seussical rehearsal. That's if you want a snapshot into my life. I got my theatrical son here doing it. He's about to debut his performance downtown. So anyway, I have to jet, but I didn't want to miss out on this. So thank you for letting me just chat for a few minutes, and then I will come back and watch the recording on what else you guys talk about.
Awesome. Thanks, Jen. So Carrie Ann had a question in the chat, and I don't know if I fully understand your question. For newbies, should they launch and qualify this month and use their launch to book their November? Can you clarify, Carrie Ann? Like, as opposed, I guess, yeah, just clarify for me so we know what you're asking. Are you able to unmute yourself? Oh, yeah,
I
okay.
had to unmute myself. I sent that to you privately, Leah.
Oh,
It's
sorry.
okay. I was just wondering, like, for people that are new, like, we're right on that cusp of, we still have 10 days left in this month. And so I'm just wondering if people are newer, and I know I have, some new people on my team, does it make sense for them to have their launch now in October and then use that launch to kind of get people excited and book in their November? It's kind of what I was meaning. Like, they could introduce people to Epicure. They know what it's about. They can, maybe get some sales, get people trying it, and then maybe people will be more apt to like book for the holidays with, all the stuff that's launching and everything like that. Like, get them maybe trying the basics, and then they might be more apt to host to get all the fun holiday stuff. I don't know. That was just a question, of where we're sitting at this, at this time of the month with 10 days left. I just didn't know what, would be the best advice to give people.
I mean, anyone can jump in here, but I guess I would say don't delay it. Get it in within the next 10 days, because if you're new and you decide to do your launch in November, then those people that maybe book off of somebody's launch are going to be booking almost when November is over, right? So if you can do your launch here at the end of October, then those people will hopefully book for November when all the specials are and things like that. Is that?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but I just wanted to make sure that made sense. I mean, because this is also new to all of us, right? So I just wanted to make sure that that was making sense, and I was making sure I was giving people the right information. Because I mean, even too, like if someone orders from a launch maybe this week or next week, that can weeks or whatever they might want to host, and B, maybe they would need more things, and then get friends and family for the holiday and stuff. Because I feel like sometimes when you want to get someone to host in a month that you're having the class or party, they always seem to want to wait till like the next month, like if that makes sense. Like, oh, in November, I'm just going to wait till December to host. And so I think if we can do it while people are excited by the new things that we have, that could be helpful. So that's all I wanted to know. Sorry, I totally
No, that's okay.
took it over.
But you're welcome to ask questions. We have a little bit of an agenda, but this is based on what you guys want and need help with. So yeah, hopefully that answers your questions. But that's what I would do. I would, just get started right away and really just don't delay. But a few things that I wanted to talk about tonight. So just a couple hours ago on our desktop, I think it is that where it is? There's an announcement that the poultry gravy is now available. So it seems that is does everyone kind of know where those announcements are in your back office? Have you seen that? There's like a couple, and they just keep them and they just kind of stack as new things get announced. So they don't always email about those announcements, but if you check there, you'll see them. So the poultry gravy is something that is in the catalog, but we haven't been able to purchase because of, I don't really fully understand why, but now it's available. And that is, that doesn't affect the Switch specific. No. Okay, that's separate. So the poultry gravy can be ordered. But for those of you that are brand new, just be aware that there's a couple of items in the catalog that aren't available. So the Switch the Six set is not available because the chicken broth is not available, and that chicken broth is in the set. So you can't get the chicken broth. You can't get the Switch the Six. If someone wants it, if they happen to see it in the catalog, just encourage them to order the other 5 items in there, and get the vegetable broth instead of the chicken broth. They can just get everything individually versus the set. And what else? There's like a multi-purpose scissors that's not available, that hasn't been this whole time.
Beef
What else?
gravy.
Beef gravy. Okay. So just good things to know. If people are shopping on your website, those things won't even pop up. But if they're looking at a catalog, they might see it, want it, but won't be able to order. So, and then the steamer is back. I think most people maybe saw that it was out of stock for 2 weeks, but now it's back. So that's that. And then moving on to our online cooking class from last night. So thank you guys for joining. Those are super fun. Like I am running my business 100% by doing those type of classes. And oh, I'm echoey. Can you guys hear me? You guys hear me good? Yeah? Okay. So it's really fun, and we plan to try and do something monthly that everyone can participate in. So we would love feedback on that, and you could just type it in the comments. We don't want to have a whole discussion on like doing a monthly event, but if you have any feedback for us, type it in the comments and we'll just make note. But was it September, we did like a SWE group event. This month we wanted to try a cooking class where we created a group, and all of you can invite your customers just as a way to, a different way of sharing Epicure with everybody. We don't really have specific plans for the following months. So if you have ideas, let us know. If you have suggestions or thoughts, let us know, because we just think that's kind of a fun way to help everybody with sales and just do something online together. So as far as wrap up from that, if you have anybody that still wants to shop, if they shop by tomorrow night, they will get an entry for every $50 order that they place. So, sorry, I'm really distracted because my kids are still awake upstairs. So what I actually even posted today, like I posted in my customer group, hey, I have this giveaway going on, and I posted a picture of the prize pack that they can win for spending $50. So I posted that there because even people that really weren't in the class, they could still be eligible to be entered. Orders can come in any form. So I was just doing that as a way to encourage orders from people that weren't even in the class per se. So they can shop through Tuesday if they want to get entered to win. I sent a quick follow-up message to everybody last night right when it was over, but that's probably not the most effective time, because if they were on the class, then they know that the class just happened, because I was like, oh, the class just ended. Here's my shopping link. If you shop by Tuesday, blah, blah, blah. But I really do need to do a second follow-up message because, as it gets closer, like tomorrow, basically, maybe early tomorrow evening, I would recommend a follow-up message to everybody that you had in that group, because people like to procrastinate. And that would be a good final warning. And chances are, that's when, I don't know, I feel like 75% of orders come in on like the last minute with follow-up. So anybody else, Tiffany, Deanna, Catherine, have any other tips about that? Or anything?
No, just
Yep,
basically.
Oh.
Go ahead, Tiffany. I bow before you.
Go ahead.
Oh.
Are you there? Okay. Well, I was just going to say I agree with that. I think I did follow-ups, and 100% of the orders that have come in for me so far have been because of some type of follow-up or tagging or that type of thing. So I don't know if anybody else had any just like orders without any follow-up. I'm going to bet not.
Yeah.
But the follow-ups are key.
That's pretty much exactly what I was going to say, that this is the part that a lot of reps skip because they don't want to like bother people, or they feel like they're annoying people with all the extra reminders. But literally, human beings are just designed to forget, even if they're super want to order without a reminder or 2 or 3.
And yeah, and I would also add, in an event that big where there's 400 people, they're going to just get lost in the sea, or feel like, they're going to fade into the background because they feel like whatever, nobody's going to notice if I just popped in here or not, or nobody cares about me, that type of, it can happen. And so, a personal note to everybody who attended, just saying thank you for checking it out, even if they're not going to shop, just as a courtesy, just as a, hey, I know you're here and I care about you, and that, this is a relational thing. So
And Rachel asked in the comments, what's the best way to do a second follow-up without coming off as pushy? I sometimes just say, I know you're super busy, so I just wanted to let you know that, today is the last day if you wanted to get in on the giveaway or purchase anything. So I just kind of give them the benefit, like, I know you're super busy, so that they know that I'm just not trying to be pushy. I don't know. I don't feel pushy. I've sent so many messages of that sort. But I would just, you're thinking about them. If they want to get in the giveaway, that they were interested because they joined. So just assume that they are interested until they tell you no, right? That's, I think, the best approach.
I'll try to post, like, I'm going to send just a final reminder at some point tomorrow, maybe midday, early afternoon, late afternoon, something like that. Whenever I get time, I'm just going to post, hey, just checking, just sending a reminder. Tonight is deadline for, getting an entry for that $50 prize. If you want to shop, here's the link, just kind of like a reminder that, hey, it's almost over. And, that's what I'm going to do. I'll try to, once I do that, I'll try and post my verbiage that I used as well as a helpful template in
Awesome.
Epic Force.
Really quick before I forget, so it's telling me we have 7 minutes left, and so it might, and I don't know, what do you guys think? I think it might kick us off, but then we could get back on and I could click record again, right? Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay, so that might happen in 7 minutes, but we do have a little bit more we want to talk about. So if you can hop back on with it when that happens, okay? So that's the class. Let's talk though about the holiday bundles that were released today. So there is if you go to your back office, there is a PDF and a JPEG of like the flyer. So because I'm not doing in-person cooking classes, I am just now thinking about this, but I'm thinking that this is something you're just going to want to print out for your in-person cooking classes and, have it for people to look at. And you could recollect them too, if you just put one in every catalog, something like that. But you will probably want to have these printed out and then, stick them in a sheet protector, whatever you want to do so people can see them. But yeah, so I'm just super impressed with the price points of everything. And a couple questions that people and myself, I was having too, that I wanted to get clarification on. So this is all available right now for us consultants to pre-order. And what that means is that you can order one of each of these things between now and the end of October. So you pay the
And I
price.
imagine it has to be under your name as a consultant, right?
Right. So when you
I can't order it under somebody else.
Correct. So if you want to pre-order, meaning get them before they're available really for anyone to purchase, you need to go to your back office to orders and then a personal order, because it's only going to be shown under your account, under your personal order tab. And then I think it says like pre-order holiday exclusives or some little tab. So you'll
one of those tabs.
Yeah, you'll see all of these things there, and you can add one of each or whatever ones you want to your cart. So you pay the price that's listed, but then you make your commission back on it. So you can look at these prices and you're going to get your 25% discount back to you in your paychecks. Okay, does that make sense to everybody? And that's how
On Friday.
And yes, so that's how it is with everything that you order for yourself. If you order it at the regular price, but then 25% of it comes back to you in your paycheck. Okay, so the cool thing about the pre-order is that because these are only available through November, it's nice to get your hands on them early because you can then cook with them. You can bring them to classes. You can make cooking videos using them so that you can maximize the time of selling them in November. It's just easier to sell things when you've used them yourself and when people can touch and feel and see them. So if you have cooking classes,
Also limited quantities.
yes. So it does say several places, I've heard it said multiple times that these are limited quantities. We don't really know what that means, but according to some Canadian consultants, there have been things in the past that they truly did sell out at some point. Okay, so I'm sure that it's impossible to know how much this crazy US people we are going to order of things, but I'm sure that they know they're going to be popular. So hopefully, all through November they're available. But they do say limited quantity. So you can pre-order. And another option, just because I think it's good to know all of your options, is that if you don't want to pre-order, come November 1st, when anybody can purchase them, you could purchase them then, and then they could go on a cooking class, if that makes sense. So when you're ordering them as a personal order in your back office right now, like these next 10 days, you're making commission and all those things off of them, but they can't be tied to any cooking class. So they could be after November 1st. So just one thing to keep in mind. And then you can redeem them with host rewards too. Your other hosts could use their host rewards towards these things between November 1st and November 30th. So 31st, I don't know how many days are in November. 30. So that's that's the deal with that. Any questions about the specials though, as far as details like that go? Oh, Alyssa has a question in the chat. Okay, when would be a good time to start talking about the holiday exclusives? Okay, good question. So
Now.
Well, and I read today somewhere that technically we're not supposed to show our customers until the 1st because they feel like that might, I don't know, sabotage people's sales for October.
You're right. Yep.
Because people might hold
People
off.
will wait.
Yeah. So there's a good chance that they might end up floating around social media somewhere. But if it were me personally, I wouldn't post the graphics until November 1st. It wasn't stated anywhere, but that's kind of what other consultants were suggesting. You have a class on October 28th. So as far as, I think what we could say is you can say that there are going to be some fun holiday exclusives, and it would be a really great time to host your own class because blah, blah, blah. Anyone else? I think it's going to kick us off in like 1 minute, so be prepared. Hop back on so we can finish up. But yeah, you don't want people to like wait on placing an order because of it. So be careful with your wording, Alyssa. Hopefully this is answering your question. But just, let them know that, there is a deadline for the October 28th and you don't want to really, well, I guess that, I don't know, that's close to the end though. So you could technically, but if, I don't know, I might have to think about that after we hop back on.
I think I would actually take credit card numbers and paper orders so that people can't bail.
Like if you were showing them the specials though, Deanna, or what do you mean?
Yeah, well, like if people are going to wait to order instead of placing it right there on the 28th, like physically take